that particular hole, he probably would have put one of his clubs down on the green beyond the hole so that if he missed it, it wouldn't have gone down there.
That is
to
hilarious.
Save himself the extra steps, because God knows he's not going to enjoy walking.
No. Where's my cart? It's right there. Just walk. Where's my cart?
If it was John Daly, he might have let the ball run out, just so that he could smoke a cigarette to walk to it.
Oh, John Daly.
I love John Daly, by the way.
So I just want to get your opinion on something. I don't think we've ever talked enough golf on this show to ever really get your opinion on this. What do you think about the assholes watching on TV calling and be like, yeah, that was a penalty. Yeah, you should really penalize him for that.
I'm not a big fan of it because in no other sport can you do this. You can't. In sports, they do make mistakes. I'm kind of conflicted about it, to be honest with you. I don't care for it because any fan can call in and do anything. But that being said, if you're a professional golfer, you should know the rules. If you broke the rules, you broke the rules. And furthermore, what does this say about the rules officials that are walking with these guys? Because every group that goes out there goes out with a rules official. Now, it's not easy to watch everything that's going on just by yourself. But that being said, if it can be captured on the camera, then shouldn't there be somebody watching this camera that's there to catch that before the call even comes in? Like, when the call comes in, it's like, yeah, I know I got it, asshole. Click.
So the referee in the booth.
Yeah, but you have cameras on these guys all the time. How is this not being recorded? I mean, I know it's difficult, but if somebody can catch it at home, there damn well should be somebody that should catch it there.
Understood.
I'm all for somebody calling in and calling out the PGA when they put a bird noise in to a place that a bird's not native to. If you're going to call them out for that, that's fantastic. That's an NBC screw-up.
That was hilarious. That's hilarious.
Why did you make that bird sound? They don't live there. Like, that I'm all for, because that's just calling a station out for being an ass.
Right. I loved that when I read that. That was great.
But, I mean, the rules thing, that's kind of difficult. I feel like it should be caught at the time, because the other thing is, you know, you could get a player disqualified from an event because you happen to catch something that the player may not have noticed that they did. And the rules official is supposed to be there to call them out on it before they sign the card. So if they're signing the card and the witness is signing the card with the rules official they were with, at that point it should be done. You shouldn't be able to go back and alter a score. You all agreed that this was played as a proper round. Because something was caught later and Jack from Indiana found out, sorry, Jack, I don't know how to help you. Maybe apply as a rules official. What do you want from me?
I don't know.
I've never been a huge fan of that. But that being said, you know, golf is supposed to be about integrity and call it like it is. I think if you're going to call somebody out on something like that, you need to make that call while the round is going on so that, you know, as they're walking to the clubhouse, the rules official can be like, hey, did you do this? And when they go, yeah, they can go, okay, well, you need to change your card before they sign it. But if the round's done, it's done. I'm sorry. You shouldn't be able to go retro. There's no, like...
And what other sport
call
can
the
you do
NBA
that?
and be like, his foot was on the line during that buzzer shot, it doesn't count. I mean, he's not going to go back and change the score of that game.
No, but they'll review it live, and they'll get the right call.
In theory, they would. But you can't... What I'm saying is there's no other sport that you can go back and later that night call in and be like, you know what, I happened to catch this. You got to alter that score of the game that finished. And then they were like, yeah, by the way, you guys didn't win. Like, that doesn't happen anywhere else.
Oh, yeah, by the way, that was a catch. Des called it. Touchdown.
Like, if you want to evaluate, like, if it was a problem and how can you make it better, sure, I get that. But you shouldn't be able to alter something that's finished. It's already done.
No, you're right. You're right. So, now...
And there are some golf fans that are super pretentious. Like, I can't... Like, there's some people I can't even play with. Because they're just like, well, that's a hazard, and you have to do one club length behind, not making progress to the ball. Like, dude, I paid $19 to play on this farmer's land. Shut up. Go find your ball. Why are you standing here telling me about the water hazard? Or the man-made sprinkler hazard? Beat it. I know the rule book.
Tony.
I'm not playing with you again.
Tony, this was probably one of the best segments we've ever had.
Oh, I'm going to have them for sure.
And I love it. I can't wait.
Trust me, as the season start,
This is my new favorite segment, and I'm not even really involved in it.
I'm going to find out people's names, like referees, if I have to.
Yeah. Gene, you can retroactively. Gene Steratore using that index card?
He would have been on the list. So I have no doubt that there will be a ref this year that is on that list. No doubt. It's just a matter of who it is. I hope it's Steratore, because then I can go back to that. I might even look at all of his game footage and find out where he screwed up.
A lot of them.
Yet you award this imbecile with
Super Bowl?
What?
Like, he wasn't even just on the Super Bowl team. He was the head official.
I understand that. Like, something about this smells worse than the conduct at the FBI right now.
Oh, my God. All right. Let's move on to...
You're all in cahoots.
Let's move on to something a little more fun.
Maybe it is rigged.
Our sports tweets of the week.
Oh, this is fun.
All right.
Blake Bortles facts.
Well, I don't think we have them from Blake Bortles this week.
Blake Bortles facts, Twitter guy, you should get on your game.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Step it up. Maybe he had a vacation. I don't know.
It's possible. If you're listening, Blake Bortles facts guy, and I will probably try and reach out to you. Let's get you on the show.
Just keep tweeting him. Retweet his stuff. Just tell him that you daily are mentioned, because this dude is doing something correct.
He's awesome.
I don't know how he finds these Blake Bortles facts.
I don't know. But he does.
Some of it's just making it up on a whim. It's kind of like your Baker Mayfield MVP.
I'm not making any of it up. That's all based in fact.
It's based on your opinion of the fact.
It's all based on fact.
Yeah.
So, the first one's not actually a tweet, and I'm sorry for breaking the rules. Caller, if you want to call in and tell me that I did it wrong, go ahead. We'll take your call. But the first one...
If you can reach one of us on the phone, that's more scary than impressive.
Yeah.
Still impressive.
First one, there was a post in a Facebook group. I believe it was a sports group that I had just joined, either 24/7 Sports or Sports Jungle, one of them. Question was, who had the best final play of their career of all time? Like a lot of answers were Derek Jeter, his final game, Kobe's final game. I said that it was Gene Steratore's index card. But someone, Leland Gradney, said, LeVar Ball. Dude hit 3 dingers in his final plate appearance, caught 7 touchdowns on only 4 receptions, scored an amazing 118-yard touchdown on a reverse, scored the game-winning goal in the third period after one-timing it to himself, had a game-winning 4.360 dunk from half court, shot a ridiculous 72 under par, and had 5 saves on 2 penalty kicks.
And beat Jordan in his heyday.
And he beat Jordan in his heyday.
That is amazing.
Leland Gradney, thank you so much.
He wins.
Yes.
He wins.
That's why I had to share it, even though it wasn't.
No, that was worthy of it. That was unbelievable. Good call. I forgot he had that day.
Yeah, that was all in the first quarter.
Yeah. Yeah, on February 30th.
Oh, man. On February 30th. Oh, goodness. Oh.
Yeah, February 30th, 1999.
All right. Give me 1 second to really just get over that, because that was...
He really thought about that.
He did.
And it flowed. It was perfect.
It did. I didn't do it justice because I was laughing the whole time.
How is he not the greatest athlete of all time?
I don't know. That is, in fact, a magnificent question.
I mean, in comparison, Jim Thorpe's a bitch.
All right.
Especially when you're just practice squad in the NFL.
Seriously.
Yeah. So the next one isn't about sports, but it was tweeted by someone whose name is Back to Football. NBC4 Columbus, the news station. Ohio man sentenced after attempting to seduce undercover officer with chicken Alfredo. Back to Football retweeted with comment, said, "No way I could be an officer. The amount of shit they deal with is insane. Also, I don't see how you can say no to sex for some chicken Alfredo."
I thought they were going to make a comment about, yeah, sure you get overtime, but you have to be at a Browns game. Especially because it was in Cleveland, was it not?
It just says Ohio man.
All right, well, I can only safely assume that this pervert from Cleveland.
Probably. No, he seems like a Columbus guy. Ohio State dude.
True.
Ohio State dude.
You're thinking of Penn State.
It was NBC for Columbus.
Oh, wow.
He's a suck eye. Anyways, another non-sports related.
Convict now.
He is. Another non-sports related tweet, but it comes from our good friends at Death Wish Coffee. Me. I don't need more coffee. Also me. It's a photo of a woman grabbing 36 cups.
Some mornings are like that, especially if you have to go where I go to work.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
To keep you from falling asleep.
Oh, well, to keep you from wanting
lashing out at somebody over the phone.
Yeah, wanting to beat someone up. Yeah, I got you.
Breaking computer equipment.
All right. The next tweet comes from Sports Center. Sports Center, I think, making their first appearance on Dan D'Antoni Sports Tweets of the Week.
Funny enough.
Yeah. 2 years ago today, Kyrie hit the dagger in Game 7. 2 years ago today. Game 7, Kyrie Irving wins.
It's amazing that the NBA Finals are already wrapped up, and 2 years ago today that he was hitting that.
Well, it's because 2 years ago today the Cavs didn't suck.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, you'd think that would, like...
Translate.
I feel like the playoffs have been over for a while.
They have.
I know, but that just seems like a very long extension of that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it does.
I don't know, whatever. I don't think they're lying. I'm sure they have plenty of people who look this stuff up.
I mean...
Guy that sits in a closet that just looks this information up.
John Clayton?
Probably. Get back in the closet.
Yeah, that's him. Have you seen that from a long time ago?
Yeah.
John Clayton, got to be a professional. Then when the cameras are off, he takes the suit off, pulls his hair out of the ponytail, just leans on the back of his bed eating Chinese in his Slayer t-shirt.
Mom, I'm done with my segment.
Yeah. Oh, that's one of the best. That is
one of my favorite. The other one is where Big Papi is with Jorge Posada.
Hip hip Jorge!
No, and he's like, you got to loosen up the baseball cap, and he puts on the Yankees cap and the monster sees him, and he just drops all the things that he's looking at, shakes his head, and walks away.
I love the hip hip Jorge every time he walks past a door. Hip hip Jorge!
That was a good one. Eli Peyton Manning was a good one.
Yeah, the Wet Willie and all that.
Where they're just screwing off during their tour.
Oh, his name John Anderson. Oh, it was a tough segment. Sees Tony Romo. Hey, Tony. Tony's like, what's up? And he's like, looks like you're having fun in there. Yeah. I guess I'm going to go home for the night. Okay.
The one they don't play anymore because Lance Armstrong screwed himself over, where he's the one generating power on the bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't play that one anymore.
Alex Ovechkin, not a machine.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Oh, man.
Oh, so many good ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else we got for kids?
Yeah, we got to move on. Scott McLaughlin tweeted, "Don't sleep on the @Browns this year. Mark my words." What do you know that we don't? Besides that Baker Mayfield is the MVP.
Don't sleep on... How are you going to sleep on a team that had
one win in the last 2 years?
No wins last year. Like... There's nobody sleeping on them. If they do anything, that would be sleeping on them.
If your team has less wins than number of years, that's a problem.
Yeah, but don't sleep on them. Anything's an improvement. Losing overtime would be an improvement.
Getting a win. Literally. You play the Bengals twice.
I'm not even saying that. Losing in an overtime would be an improvement because you got to an overtime. That means the game was tied at the end. That's an improvement.
You play the Bengals twice. How do you not win one of those?
You're Cleveland.
Cleveland rocks.
Their last win was with Johnny Manziel